Does this symbol mean anything to you?
I cannot say that it does.
Hello again.
Oh, yes. What can I do for you?
Do you know anything about demons?
Demons? No, signore, I do not. Why do you want to know about demons?
Oh, no reason. Just figured I asked. Sir, I have some bad news.
What is it?
Renzi's dead. I just found him. He hung himself.
My God. I suppose he could not take the guilt. Perhaps his visitors made him realize there was no hope for him. Excuse me a moment, won't you? Marco? Renzi si è suicidato. Per favore porta il suo corpo all'obitorio. Grazie.
Did you say Renzi had visitors?
Yes. Early this morning, there was a priest who was sent from the Vatican to see him.
Is that common?
Sometimes priests are sent to comfort prisoners, yes.
But from the Vatican? That seems like it would only be reserved for important business.
I assume a murdered priest is important enough for the Vatican, signore.
Thanks for your help.
Not a problem.
Just a moment. Ah, Mr. Jordan, please do come in. What can I do for you?
Are you having a nice vacation?
So far, yes. It's been quite enjoyable.
Can we talk?
Of course.
Have you heard anything about the murder of Thomas Ryan?
I'm afraid not. Is that the case you're working on?
Yeah, this priest, Ryan, was murdered by a guy named Renzi. Says he was possessed by a demon when he did it.
A demon, you say?
Yeah.
I see. Have you made much progress?
Well, I have a few leads I'm looking into.
Good, good. If you require any assistance, be sure to let me know.
So, you said you're on holiday here in Rome?
Yes, I decided to spend the end of the year here. I've always been fascinated with Rome. It's one of my favourite cities. Unfortunately, I'm unable to fully enjoy my holiday.
Why's that?
My work never seems to be done, I'm afraid.
What is that you're working on?
Oh, just some research for my classes. Nothing important.
What's the map for?
You're as inquisitive as ever, I see. I could explain it all, but I'm sure you'd find it terribly boring. And I'm sure you have more important things to be doing than listening to me prattle on.
So, how are things at Oxford?
They're fine, from what my colleagues tell me. I've been on sabbatical, you see.
Oh, since when?
I started at the beginning of this year, didn't I mention it?
No, I don't think you did.
Ah, well, yes. I've been doing field studies, hence our first meeting in Smailholm. I'm due to return at the beginning of next semester.
Speaking of Oxford, do you know Professor Quincy Sanborn?
Yes, he works in the theology department, I believe.
Really? He didn't know you.
You've met him?
Yeah, a few weeks ago in Greece. I asked him if he knew you, and he said he didn't.
Ah, well, I haven't actually met him yet. He began teaching shortly before I began my sabbatical. I'm afraid I never got around to introducing myself.
Oh, okay. Are you familiar with demons?
I've heard of several cases of murders blamed on demonic possession. More often than not, the supposed victim of possession is simply delusional.
You think Renzi was making it up then?
It's difficult to say without having met him.
He seemed pretty normal to me.
Do not forget we are in Rome, Mr. Jordan. Religion plays a large role in this city.
That's all for now.
Very well.
Does this symbol mean anything to you?
Where did you get this?
It's here on the back of Renzi's suicide note.
I see.
So, do you recognize it?
Yes, I've seen this symbol before. It belongs to a group known as the Knights of St. Anthony.
The Knights of St. Anthony? I've never heard of them.
I'd be most surprised if you had. They keep a very low profile.
Can we talk?
Of course.
So who are the Knights of St. Anthony?
I'm afraid I can't answer that.
Why not?
Because I honestly don't know anything about them. They're a very secret group. I don't even know if they still exist.
How do you know about them?
There was a case I once studied where the symbol appeared at a crime scene. After much research, I found the name of the group, but nothing beyond that. However, I suspect they may be dangerous. You should exercise caution if you investigate them, Mr. Jordan.
That's all for now.
Very well.
Well, I'm gonna get going.
Farewell.
Hey, where'd Alice go?
She said she was going to her room to unpack and have a shower. I expect she'll be back in a while.
Does this symbol mean anything to you?
No, mate, don't ring any bells.
Got a minute, Simon?
Certainly.
Do you think you could look something up for me?
Sure, what do you need?
I have a feeling it's going to be kind of a long shot. But could you look up a group called the Knights of St. Anthony?
What are you getting yourself into, Ben?
I'm not entirely sure.
Well, I'll see if I find anything. Nothing.
I figured as much. But thanks anyway. Can you check the local papers and see if the murder has been reported yet?
Sure, give me 1 second. Nope, nothing.
Something isn't right here. Don't you think a priest being murdered would be front page news by the next day?
You're right. It's been 4 days and no one said a word.
Father McNamara over at San Silvestro denied having heard of Thomas Ryan. And today I found out that Renzi hung himself after being visited by someone from the Vatican. I'm not one to be a conspiracy theorist, but it sounds like someone is trying to keep all this under wraps.
It certainly looks that way.
I think I need to go have another talk with Father McNamara. I don't need to research anything else. You got any ideas what I should do next?
Not really, you seem to be doing fine on your own.
That's all for now.
Right.
Bye, Simon. I'll be back soon.
Have fun.
Does this symbol mean anything to you?
I'm sorry, it doesn't.
Hello again, Father McNamara.
Hello, Mr. Jordan. It's lovely to see you again. How may I help you?
Has anyone from the Vatican been by lately?
I beg your pardon.
I think you heard me the first time, Father.
Mr. Jordan, I don't know who you are, or what you mean by asking me these questions.
You want to know who I am? I'll tell you. I'm a paranormal investigator. I was called to Rome by a man named Alessandro Renzi. Have you heard of him?
I don't...
He's the man who murdered Thomas Ryan. He claims to have been possessed by a demon when he did it.
Oh my goodness.
Does any of this sound familiar at all?
Oh God forgive me. I didn't mean to lie to you, Mr. Jordan, I was instructed by an official from the Vatican to deny any knowledge of any of this.
I understand, Father. Church cover-ups aren't exactly shocking news these days. But now that you know that I have a good reason to be looking into this, I'd appreciate it if you could give me some information.
I'll try my best, Mr. Jordan.
Tell me more about this Vatican official.
I don't know anything about him. All he said was that he was from the Vatican and that I wasn't to tell anyone about Father Ryan's murder. It's not my place to question His Holiness, so I complied.
Somehow I doubt this has anything to do with the Pope. Did you get his name?
Yes, I believe he said it was Bianchi. Vincenzo Bianchi.